Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Crystal, and for today's video I'm going to be sharing you an easy and delicious recipe that my mother-in-law made. It is called caldo de res, and caldo de res is a traditional Mexican beef and vegetable soup. It's made very different with different mothers and grandmothers. This is just my mother-in-law's easy and delicious recipe. So here she already got started. She started adding water to her pot. So to this big pot she filled it up halfway and let it come to a boil. She also added salt. Now salt is going to be to taste and the amount that you're making, but pretty much to this pot she added 1 full kitchen spoon, like cooking spoon worth of salt. She also added half of an onion in here. She added 1 whole tomato, but she made sure to cut it in half. Also to a whole head of garlic and cut in half in the middle, and also to some cilantro. She used 1 whole bunch of cilantro just cut in half and threw it in here. She also added corn. Caldo de res always has traditionally different vegetables, but corn is a signature one of them. And she's using fresh corn, so she's adding it to the meat while it's cooking. And it's 3 pieces of corn, and she cuts them in thirds. I will be putting all the ingredients down in the description, so go ahead and go check that out. And then she's also using 2 different kinds of beef. She's using the Dismillo in chunk, which is a shoulder piece, and she cuts that into chunks. And then also too, she's going to be using a chamorro, which comes with bone. She's using 3 of those. She adds the lid to this and lets this cook to about 2 hours and 30 minutes. And during that time she's also going to be making her famous Mexican rice, salsa molcajete, to go with the caldo de res. And also too, she's going to be cutting the rest of the vegetables. Since the corn takes a little bit longer to cook, since it is fresh, she's adding it to the beef so it could start making its broth. Now you can add different kinds of vegetables. These are just more the traditional ones. And here she is cutting carrots. She's using about 1 or 2 pounds of carrots. She peels them, she cuts them. Also too, on the side you'll see that she already had cut the cabbage. Cabbage is another traditional one that really goes inside caldo de res. And she's also making that salsa molcajete. If you guys want a video on how to make salsa molcajete, I will put mine up in the description. She's the one that taught me how to make it, so you guys can go watch that. This vegetable right here, I'm sorry, is called Mexican squash. It looks like a zucchini, but it also is much smaller and rounder, and the color is very different. The taste is pretty similar, but it is not the same as zucchini. If you cannot find the Mexican squash, I'm pretty sure you can use zucchini or just skip it in the caldo de res. She also adds potatoes, and you will see how she cuts them too. So meanwhile this is cooking, this is the way she's chopping her things. You can cut them however you want. This is just the way that she cuts them. The cabbage, she does use 1 whole cabbage and she cuts them in quarters. So you will see like big wedges, and she adds those till the end. Some caldo de reses also add green beans and garbanzo beans. You can definitely add those in as well. My mother-in-law doesn't like to add them because she feels like they get lost in the soup. But definitely feel free to add whatever veggies you want and make it your own. If you guys are enjoying this video, I would really appreciate it if you give this video a thumbs up. Also too, for more videos like this, feel free to hit that subscribe button. And if you can also share this video with someone you know that wants to get some new meal ideas, I would also appreciate it. Go ahead and click that share button. By clicking the share button, it would really help my channel out, and also would love to meet new people. And here my father-in-law is helping my mother-in-law make the salsa molcajete that goes really good with the caldo de res. and they're actually both here cooking together, helping each other out, which is really nice to see. But it's also pretty funny, just don't let them know I told you this, that they argue sometimes, and it makes all of us laugh because they don't really mean it. They're just nagging at each other, but it's really nice to just see them, so I really didn't want to edit this part out. So here my mother-in-law is making her famous Mexican rice. I've shared this recipe in different many what's for dinner videos, but I decided to share it with you guys here again because this time she's actually making it. Now she doesn't measure the rice with actual measuring cups. She uses this red bowl and she adds two bowls of those of rice, and then to that pot she did have vegetable oil at the beginning, and then she added her rice, and then she's just letting it get nice and golden and toasted. And once it gets nice and golden and toasted, she will add tomato sauce and hot water, and also to add chicken bouillon de Nor Suiza brand to taste. I will definitely be adding the measurements down below to the Mexican red rice that she taught me how to make, but I think out of all her dishes, this is one of her famous ones that she makes. But I've said this before, my mother-in-law cooks so good. She can literally serve you a glass of water and it will taste better than the one you served yourself, because I feel like she just cooks so good. But what's more important is that she cooks from the heart, and you can taste it in all her meals. She is one amazing woman, and I've said it before and I'll say it again, God really blessed me with having her as a mother-in-law, and I'm just so thankful that she has taught me so many delicious, easy recipes, and we're able to share them with you guys. So definitely don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to share this video. We would really appreciate that. So here she's just letting the rice get nice and toasted, like I said, and then she's gonna add 1 full can of tomato sauce, the water. Now she's doubling them out. She added 2 bowls of rice. She's gonna add 4 bowls of hot water, and once since it's hot, the water's hot, it's gonna come to a boil pretty fast. She'll add her chicken Nor Suiza to taste, and you will see that she will taste it and add more if she needs to. Puts the lid on the rice and will let it cook for about 20 minutes. So after 2 hours and 30 minutes, she starts adding all the vegetables in. She just makes sure to add the cabbage at the end. So she is adding the carrots, then she's going to be adding the potatoes, the Mexican squash. She also added a chayote. Well, she normally adds it. She didn't add it this time, but you can definitely add that. That is another different vegetable. And like I said, all the ingredients will be down in the description, so go check that out. She also told me that if you guys want to use frozen corn instead of fresh corn, to just add it at this time when she is adding the vegetables, instead of adding it at the beginning as she did with the fresh corn. Since the frozen corn will cook up quicker, the frozen corn on the cob, you would add it at this time. Now, out of the whole caldo de res, my favorite part and her favorite part is the cabbage. There's 4 pieces of them. I always get one and she always gets one because it soaks up so much flavor of the beef, and it is so good. So she lets that cook with the lid on for about 30 minutes, and then right here she is just tasting it for salt. And she tastes it and she says that it's delicious, so it's perfect. So she lets that cook for, like I said, another 30 minutes, the vegetables, just until the potato is nice and soft and fully cooked. After that, she does take out that tomato that I said she added in the beginning. She told me that you guys are more than welcome to leave it in there and eat it if you do decide to make this soup. And if you do decide to make this soup, go ahead and tag me on any of my social media accounts using the hashtag Crystal Foodies. I would definitely love to see you guys recreating this caldo de res, and I'm sure she would really appreciate it too. So this is what it's looking like, all done. She's just checking that the potato is fully cooked, and it is. So now we are ready to serve, and we're going to show you what it looks like all plated up. So this is what the caldo de res looks like all plated up. I want to say thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I hope to see you guys on the next one. Don't forget to check out the recipe down in the description.